Good evening, Internet. Excuse me. Or rather, good morning, Internet. I tried to record this video last night, but I was having issues with my video software and my camera. I just had to use a different USB port. I was getting super pissed off on it. But coming up is going to be my review of Clerks 3. Probably going to record this in several sections, so it's going to be cut up a little bit, and we're going to put in some images and probably some video as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Also, just a quick update, spoiler alert. There's going to be spoilers for this movie, so if you don't want any spoilers, it's a Kevin Smith film, so I'm pretty sure nobody here is going to give a shit. Okay, see you on the other side. So last night I watched Clerks 3. I'll probably put up a trailer for it if I can find one, or maybe just some images from the film. I watched it last night. It first reaction is it was a Kevin Smith film. It looked like a Clerks movie. It wasn't as good as Clerks 2. It was slightly better than Clerks 1, but it was essentially just Clerks 1. It's like, so the gist of the story is Randall has a heart attack, and then he survives it with a like 80% chance of survival or whatever, or 80. I'm sorry, 20% chance of survival, 80% chance of him dying. And so after that, he decides that he wants to make a movie based on his life. And so he has Dante do most of the work. Like he has him find the actors, he has him do like get money for the funding of the film. The way he funded it was kind of fucked up. He talked to his ex-fiance who hates his guts and hates Randall even worse, to talks her into giving him like $30,000 to fund the movie, and he put up his half of the quick stop. That comes into play later. But Elias is in the movie, and he was the Christian kid in the second film, and it's hilarious. His character has a weird like story arc where he prays for God to smite Randall, and then that's when Randall has his heart attack. And so then in the hospital he prays to God to save Randall, and then decides that God's not listening to him, so then he devotes his life to Satan. He becomes a Satanist. And then throughout the movie, his wardrobe gets more and more ridiculous. So I've got some pictures of that I'll throw up on the screen at some point. So towards the end of the movie, there is like a huge upset where Dante goes back to... Okay, so we're going to backtrack here. Beginning of the film, we find out that Dante's girlfriend or a wife or whatever, played by Rosario Dawson, forgot her, Becky was her name. She died like a couple months or a year, like not even a year. She was still pregnant when she died. And so it was like right after Clerks 2, that character's dead. And so Dante goes down this huge spiral because they're going to shoot a scene for their Clerks movie. With the movie within a movie, they're going to shoot a scene where they reshoot the donkey show scene at movies. And Dante loses it because that's where he met Becky and blah, 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 whatever. And then he gets drunk as shit and then goes on this huge tirade rant that gets recorded and put into the movie, where he's yelling at Randall about his life being all fucked up and shit. And then he has a heart attack. And then that's where things just get deep and fucking dark. Like, I thought this was a comedy. I thought I was supposed to fucking laugh, Kevin Smith. But at that point, it's like, holy shit, Dante is dying. And Randall goes and finishes his movie, and it actually turns out to be about Dante. And the last thing that happens is Randall's showing Dante his film, and so it's Dante like sitting in a theater by himself watching this movie, like all happy and shit. And then Becky shows up, and she's like, "You need to stay there for me." He's like, "No, I've got what I want," and then he dies. Spoilers again. All in all, as far as a Kevin Smith movie goes, like Kevin Smith movies lately, because of the wokeness, have been kind of depressing. This one's depressing for a different reason. But all in all, I'd probably give it like maybe, if I had like an out of 5 rating, I'd probably give it like a 2.5, maybe a 2. closer to a 2. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I probably won't watch it again. That's my movie review for Clerks 3. Thanks for watching.